A new memorial is on display at Fort Monroe, honoring the first enslaved Africans brought to Virginia over 400 years ago. Virginia lawmakers and community members came together in Hampton to unveil the African Landing Memorial Plaza. Leila Cox joins us live from Fort Monroe. And Leila, this is a big moment in local history.
That's right, Madison. Leaders say today's dedication is a solemn but significant event for the Hampton Roads region and the nation. This space right here, the African Landing Memorial Plaza, is a result of decades of advocacy to ensure the history is told with accuracy, respect, and meaning. Along the shoreline at Fort Monroe, a new memorial now stands on what many called sacred ground. It's the original site of Point Comfort, where enslaved Africans from Luanda, Angola first arrived in 1619.
It's often said that you need story more than food to survive. And when you have a story like this to really help care for, because the descendants are with us today. The story is still with us today.
Historians say the ship, the São João Batista, carried hundreds of enslaved Africans across the Atlantic, marking the beginning of a painful chapter that would shape American history. History that Wanda Tucker knows far too well.
I believe that the ancestors are saying, like, if they could just give a big sigh of a big breath, you know, behind that veil where they are, to say our story is finally being told. People are hearing, people are listening, people are remembering us.
Tucker is the descendant of Isabella and Anthony and their child William, who were among the first enslaved Africans to arrive to the Commonwealth. Tucker tells us her ancestors taught the strength of story and truth. She says today's memorial honors the power of history when it's told with meaning.
This is one moment in history that captures 400 and almost 407 years. This one moment that tells a long story, a story that was never captured in a narrative or put in the history books.
Now, a permanent African Landing Memorial Plaza honors those who endured the journey from Angola to Hampton. Governor Abigail Spanberger made an appearance at today's dedication. During her remarks, she said it was a privilege to stand alongside truth seekers. Spanberger says the memorial will forever serve as a living bridge between past and future generations.
It is important to know and to celebrate that your ancestors built something here that this nation still stands on. The history, the resilience, and the power. And so I thank you all for being here to honor this space.
At one of the most historically layered sites in America, this new memorial stands as a reminder that the story is still being written. Live from Fort Monroe, I'm Leila Cox, 13 News Now.
An impactful story there. Thank you, Leila. The first African Landing Memorial Plaza is open, but more projects are on the way. Statues of the enslaved men and women are expected to be finished and on display this summer. And the governor joined the Nottoway Native American tribe in Richmond yesterday to mark the 313th anniversary of the Spotswood Treaty. The governor spoke about the pressures faced by indigenous people centuries ago.
And the tradition has stayed alive through colonial rule, through a revolution, through every chapter of our shared history. And it is impossible to tell the story of the Commonwealth of Virginia without sharing the story of the indigenous communities who existed long before we became a Commonwealth of Virginia.
The tradition has been observed for over 3 centuries and remains a key part of the state's shared heritage.